Welcome back in one of the Bears Profile Plays YouTube channel. Today is Thursday. It is June 5th, and I'm back bringing us more MLB plays for you guys for the Thursday slate. Couple day games, couple night games on the dock for tomorrow. I think we're going to be looking at middle of the day games, like a 2 o'clock game for one and maybe a 5 o'clock game for the other. But before we get into those games, let's talk about the games we had on Wednesday. 0-1 of the game picks right now. Rockies and Miami. We had the over 8.5 runs. Rockies sweep. They swept the Marlins. 3 wins in a row now for the Rockies. Special. This team's special. 11 wins now in the season. Good for them. They got their first series win, and they got their first sweep of the season. Crazy stuff happening for the Rockies. The O's and the Mariners have not started yet. First pitch in about 10 minutes. For that one, over 8.5 runs. We have Aaron Judge at 1.5 bases, 2 infield hits for Aaron Judge. I believe the first one was the second one was shortstop. Over the 1.5 bases does hit. We have Cade Povich in that game for the Orioles to go under the 16.5 outs. I think the Mariners can jump all over him in that game. So hopefully a 3-1 day where it's going to be, it's going to probably rely on Cade Povich the most. Get the over going for the Mariners to get Cade Povich out of that game. So hopefully a 3-1 day. Let's move on to the plays for tomorrow. We're going to pull up FanDuel really quick. I have both games ready to roll for us today. We're going to start with the Mets. Mets going up against the Dodgers. Says to be determined for the Dodgers. Maybe it's going to be Landon Knack on the mound for the Dodgers, what the projected starting pitcher is on Action and ESPN. So I'm hoping that is the case. We're going to take the Mets here. First 5 money line, not full game money line. Mets first 5 money line will be the play. I trust David Peterson way more than I trust Landon Knack. Looking at Peterson's numbers on this season, they've been pretty good. 2.69 ERA. He hasn't given up more than 2 runs in 7 consecutive starts. Coming off a game going up against the Rockies, gave up 1 run, nearly 6 innings pitched, but he's already gone up against the Dodgers 2 starts ago. He went 7 2/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs given up with 7 strikeouts, had a 2.79 ERA at the time. That was right whenever the Dodgers were dealing with some injuries, but they did have, I believe they had Ohtani in the lineup, missing Teoscar Hernandez, if I remember correctly. But the Dodgers are basically back at full strength now with Mookie Betts back in the lineup, Hernandez back in the lineup, and Pages back in the lineup. Going to be a tough test for Peterson, but I do trust him in this game, at least in the first 5 innings. The Dodgers, they spent all that money in the offseason, but they have so many injuries, not just with the bats, but with the pitching. They have so many pitching injuries already this season. That was the exact same thing last season as well. So whenever the Dodgers get healthy, they're going to be hard to beat in the playoffs. But for right now, I think the Dodgers are a little bit vulnerable with the people that they have to put on the mound. So the Mets, David Peterson, going to trust him. Landon Knack, if he does start, which he is supposed to start in this game, projected starter on the mound. Last game, he went 6 innings against the Yankees, gave up 5 hits. Coming into this one with a 4.56 ERA, he has gotten a little bit better over the last 2 games, only giving up 2 runs. But I really think of the Mets, he can give me 2 or 3 runs here. David Peterson can shut down the Dodgers. Give me the Mets here, first 5 as the first play of the day. Second play of the day, we're going to go to the Phillies, and we're going to go to the Blue Jays. Right now, the Phillies and Blue Jays are tied. It is bottom 9, I believe, last time I checked. Still bottom 9, runner on second, 2 out, but it's a 1-1 game right now. So it's a low-scoring game in that one. Bullpen's been pitching well. I was going to take the first 5 under in this spot with Jesus Luzardo and Chris Bassett on the mound, but we're just going to go with the under. 7.5 runs now for the entire game. Was under 8 before I hopped on to record, now under 7.5. Line is moving. We will take the plus 100, though. Jesus Luzardo and Chris Bassett, 2 really good arms so far this year. Jesus Luzardo coming off his worst start of his entire career. He threw a triple-double, 12 hits, 12 runs, 12 earned, and 3 1/3 inning. He has a 3.58 ERA now on this season. This guy, before this outing against the Brewers, had a 2.15 ERA coming off back-to-back games, striking out 10, and back-to-back games going 6+ innings. He has been a 6+ inning machine for the Philadelphia Phillies. He just had one of the worst starts we've seen in his entire career. 12 hits against the Brewers, 2 of those being home runs, and he has been very, very, very good at keeping the ball in the ballpark this season. Only 5 total home runs given up on the season, 2 of them being in that Brewers game. He's going to find a way to get himself back on track in this one. Blue Jays have not been very good at the bats this season. I think Jesus Luzardo has a really good day here against the Blue Jays. And then, speaking of the Blue Jays, Chris Bassett, basically the same thing of Jesus Luzardo. He's been really good this season. Back-to-back bad starts. Both of these guys get back on the wagon. They start 6 innings here. Both of them maybe give up a run. I think it's going to be a 1-1, 2-1 kind of game going into the 6th or 7th inning. Bassett's back on the mound. 5+ innings basically every single outing. Gave up 7 hits against the Athletics in the last game. The game before that gave up 9 hits going up against the Rays. Like I said, 5+ runs given up in both those games. Has a little bit of a home run problem. He's got to keep the ball in the ballpark in this one, but he's still coming into this game with a 3.80 ERA after giving up 10 total runs over the last 2 games. He was talked about as potential Cy Young to start the season. He gave up those 10 runs over the last 2. He had gone on his previous 2 starts for that 10-run games over the last 2, giving up 1 total run over the last 2 against the Padres and the Rays. So his stuff is there. I'll trust the pitching in this one. Give me the under 7.5 runs for the Phillies and the Blue Jays. Let's talk about some player props for tomorrow. And let's talk about the Astros going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. I remember talking about this a little bit yesterday, but the Pittsburgh Pirates, I think it was a tweet. Paul Skeens has gone 2 complete games, giving up 1 run. He's got a loss in both those games. That's just insane to say that, but that is the truth. Paul Skeens this season has, I believe, a 2.06 ERA with 6 losses. Yeah, it's pretty crazy what the Pittsburgh Pirates are doing to Paul Skeens. But we have Framber Valdez on the mound in this one for the Astros. We're going to take his over 16.5 outs. Framber Valdez struggled to start the season, dealing with some injuries, but over the last 2 or 3 games, he has been dialed in. A guy who's going to go 6+ innings basically every single night. 9-inning complete game against the Rays in the last one. 1 earned run, 9 strikeouts, 85 pitches. A Maddox on the mound for Framber Valdez going up against Tampa Bay Rays. 9 innings, 3 hit, 1 run. Only a solo shot given up with those 95 pitches. Before that, he had a 6-inning game going up against the Mariners, 101 pitches, only gave up 1 run. He's given up 1 run or less in 4 of the last 5 games. He's gone 6+ innings in 5 consecutive starts. He is feeling himself on the mound. The Pittsburgh Pirates this season, brutally bad with the bats in their hands. We're going to take Framber Valdez in this game over the 16.5 outs as the first play and the first player prop. Second play today, we're going to go to a guy who's getting a little bit of disrespect on the MVP voting. It's going to be Cal Raleigh going up against Zach Eflin. Talked about Cal Raleigh, a little bit of home run leader this season, but Zach Eflin's going to be on the mound for the Orioles. Had a pretty good start in his last one, 4 hits, 7 innings, going up against the White Sox, still bringing in a 4.56 ERA on the season. He's given up 12 runs in 2 of the last 3 games, 4 against the Red Sox and an 8-piece going up against the Nationals. Also wanted to shout out the Nationals tonight. Wow, we suck at hitting tonight. Boyd had a really good game for the Cubs, but Mackenzie Gore was better. All it took was a Rosario solo shot. I believe we put up another run in the bottom of the 8th, and we got the job done. Last time I checked, I hopped on at the 9th inning. Our bullpen can do a lot of damage. We know this. So if the Cubs ended up winning that game at the top of the 9th, I retract everything I just said about the Nationals. But we got the win tonight against the Cubbies. For Zach Eflin, numbers haven't been great. 20 earned runs given up in 40 innings. Cal Raleigh loves smashing righties on the season. He has a ton of home runs this year, sitting at 23 on the season. Hasn't started the game tonight against Cade Povich. I think he's going to hit a double in this one at least, going up against Cade Povich, a left-on-right matchup. He has a lot of power going up against the right side, Cal Raleigh. He's got a lot of extra base hits as well going up against the left, but the matchup we really want is against a righty, and Zach Eflin's going to give up a ton of home runs in this game going up against the Mariners. He's given up a total of 9 on the season already. He's given up 7 over the last 3 games as well. Cal Raleigh over 1.5 bases as the final play of the day. Let's go to that MLB recap graphic. We are going to be taking Mets' first 5 money line. Going to trust Peterson in this game. Under the 7.5 runs between the Blue Jays and the Phillies, we got the Framber Valdez over 16.5 outs, and then Cal Raleigh over 1.5 bases going up against the Baltimore Orioles as the final play of the day. Guys, it's going to do it for the MLB picks and props for Thursday, June 5th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please drop this video and subscribe down below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.